the Chihuly exhibition at
Yes.
the Botanic Gardens. Now, this is free, so the government has partnered with the gardens to bring it to South Australia. So in the daytime, the gardens is free entry, so it's free to get in the day, and there's a small ticketing price in the evening. This is world-class work from Seattle. It's never been shown in the gardens in Australia before. I think it's only been to Kew Gardens in the UK and gardens in Singapore outside of the USA. They're the only places it's been. And in the first few weeks, there's been 366,000 visitors go through the gardens. It would significantly more than double would have gone through the same period last year. And we know that Chihuly has a following internationally, and it'll bring people here from interstate and overseas. And it's here until end of April next year. So we have a great chance to see it over the summer and the autumn period, coming out of spring now. So you're getting to see it in the different seasons in the gardens, which is also a great way to experience it. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, I seriously encourage you to go and look at it. It's amazing.
I did go one Saturday afternoon, and it was just delightful. And it shows also how art can be uplifting personally, but has also an economic environment. It's something that's an important part. Well, the Italian context shows that as being an important driver of an economy, potential driver. Although one minister
arts visitors spend significantly more than other tourists, than sporting tourists and your average traveller. So they are a group that we need to attract into South Australia.
Yes. On one occasion, one minister in the Italian government made the crass and probably incorrect comment that you can't eat from art or from culture, actually, was the exact term. And then he regretted that and took it back because it was important both in tangible monetary terms, but also in the intangible impact it has on people's lives and on society in general. And it's very, very impressive to have that exhibition here. And I know you're part of the organising of that, so that's very good. Thank you on that note.
We've got lots of great events. I'm sure Andrew might have spoken to you about Chihuly in the Botanic Gardens. He's on the board of the Botanic Gardens and was a key supporter of bringing this amazing artists' work here to South Australia. The first time in the Southern Hemisphere. Just recently I checked, in the very first few weeks, more than 300,000 people had gone to the Botanic Gardens to see this event. It's a free event. And we encourage people to go. It's ticketed at night, but fairly reasonable prices. Just beautiful. Anytime you gather the family, go for a walk through our beautiful Botanic Gardens.
Yes, I visited the Chihuly exhibition on a lovely Saturday afternoon. I know you've got a nice time span to be able to visit during the day, but even the evenings are very pleasant, so it's a nice place. And I think there are talks and tours in the evening, so it's an excellent exhibition to be able to visit if one wants to. Whose portfolio would the Chihuly exhibition come under? Is it yours, or is it the arts, or do you coordinate?
It was something that I've been supporting for, and really was something from a tourism point of view that having this exclusivity, the first time in the Southern Hemisphere, is something I really pushed through. Obviously, with the great support of the Premier through the Major Events Fund, but the Botanic Gardens actually comes under the Deputy Premier as Minister for the Environment. So it's a bit of all of us. And, of course, Andrea Michaels, Minister for the Arts, has been incredibly supportive as well. One of the key things is that the Jam Factory is a centre for excellence, international centre for excellence. So sometimes we don't realise some of the exciting things we have in our own backyard. So it's known internationally for their glass blowing and their glass art. So, of course, the Chihuly team knew of the Jam Factory, and, in fact, people from Jam Factory have gone over to spend time with them. So already South Australia had a great reputation in this area, but obviously it's a great coup for us to have the Chihuly Foundation support us. Leslie Chihuly, which is Dale's wife, came out to Adelaide just last week, loved the way it had been put out there, and it was a great relationship that's been founded over many, many years. but enabled us to show this beautiful, beautiful display.
Okay, let's pick up on that. Many years. How long has the obvious planning happened for this? Because what you've just said, it's important to have the relationship, the credibility through the jam factory. So it's a much longer term. But how long does it take to put on something like this?
To be honest, it was only 2 years from the idea of us having it. But what I'm saying is there had been a decades-long relationship through Jam Factory, which is an international centre for excellence.
Yeah, so there's the strategic asset of the reputation and the relationships that occur.